Hello, my name's Richard Hopkin and I teach here at St Cyre's School in Penarth, which is an Apple Distinguished school, and I'm also an Apple Distinguished educator. Using the iPad in my classroom to teach music has had a huge impact and completely redefined the way I teach. Everything has been digitised, so taking our traditional kind of curriculum and then adapting that for use with iPad has really had a huge impact on my students' learning. Now, graphic notation is where we use shapes and symbols to represent the music and the notes and the sounds, rather than the traditional written notes on the staves on the 5 lines.
So pitch is measured by how high or low the note is. So this is easily represented by using the shapes. The higher you draw your shape, the higher the note will play. You can see in this picture that we have an arrow. This could represent a smooth kind of ascending slide and then maybe going back down again. Or you can see the individual notes that I've created, which creates an ascending step-like scale motion. Dynamics measures how soft or loud a sound is. So this is quite an obvious one, but the bigger you draw your shape or the bigger you create your shape, the louder it will play. Duration, so this is measured by short or long, so the shorter your shape, the shorter the note will play. You can see here we have a rhythm, and by using different lengths of shapes, you can create different types of rhythms. You can see we have 4 short notes and then 1 longer note, all played at the same pitch. Texture is measured by how thick or thin the sound is, and this is usually measured by how many instruments are playing together or how many notes are playing together. So one note on its own would be a thin texture, but then having more notes playing together like a chord would have a thicker texture. In this picture you can see that I have 3 of the same notes of the same duration playing at exactly the same time. You don't need to have the same sound playing together. You could have, say, a mixture of some of the other shapes we've seen already on top of each other and therefore playing together.
So the use of the Keynote app has been great for this because we're able to create shapes that represents the sounds. Using GarageBand for when teaching graphic source has been so powerful because based on the shapes we've already looked at, you're able to draw these in yourself. So whether you use Apple Pencil and you input them yourself by drawing, or you can actually just use your finger, you can think about things like your pitch, you can think about your duration and your texture.
So to start drawing within GarageBand and have a visual representation of your notes, you first of all need to create a song, and you do this by clicking on the plus sign. Once you're in, you'll have options of different instruments that you would like to use, okay, but I'm going to just go with the keyboard. Some of your iPads might load on the live loops mode. If you see at the top you have 2 options, live loops or tracks. We need to make sure it's on tracks. Then go ahead and click on the instrument you wish to select. Okay, when we're into this is the multi-track window, and you'll see there's a picture of a piano on the top left. If we click just to the right hand side of that, in the darker area where the lines are, you'll get an option which is edit. If you click edit, it'll take you through to the edit window. On the top left hand side you'll see there's a little pen and a padlock. We need to turn on the pen and make sure that that's unlocked, and then that means we can now start drawing our notes onto the screen. So for instance, if I draw a C, I might then want to go higher in pitch by drawing higher up. I'll draw an E and then a G. Okay, so if you turn off your pen, you can then make some edits. So for instance, I might want to move my note around, put it into time. Okay, I might want to change the duration. So that's one of our elements of music and the shapes we looked at earlier. And by doing that, if you click down, okay, you can click and make it longer, or you can make it shorter. And then also we need to think about our texture. So this is a thin texture because the notes are all playing individually, but we can actually move them so they're on top of each other. And I might change the duration of these so they all match. And if I play from the beginning, a nice C major chord.
Another engaging activities that my students enjoyed was by drawing their names into GarageBand. Now I saw some videos on social media which we based these on. Have a look.
I'm going to put the name Cameron into music notes and hear what it sounds like. I'm going to turn Emma into music notes and hear what happens. I'm going to turn our name into music notes and hear what happens. Turns out, it's really jazzy.
So this involves using lots of different skills, because not only do they have to think about the shapes, the textures, the pitches of how the letters are formed, but it also has to make musical sense. It's really easy just to draw these names in and they to sound a bit mishy-mashy, a bit messy. So it's really important to use musical skill to be able to think about your notes and also your durations and the texture. I hope you've enjoyed these ideas, and even though I've been doing this in secondary level, I know that this will be a great engaging activity for all levels, especially at primary. Thank you very much.